And a most pleasant good day to each and every one of you. Today, of course, is Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2019. I'm Jewel with J7409 Weather. We're looking at the sun beginning to peep up across the horizon and rise this morning down on the Outer Banks in the little nestled town of Rodanthe. Hot, 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 my friends. That's what the weather is going to be for the eastern North Carolina all the way up to the Piedmont sections of North Carolina today. I should be 100 today, 101 tomorrow. It bounces a few degrees here or there with heat indexes anywhere from 101 to 105. Hopefully by the weekend, all of us up and down where this horrific hot weather's going on, from all the states that's enduring it, we should get a little bit of relief. Checking out the tropics right quick, you can see over for us in the Atlantic, we have nothing that looks like it's going to develop within the next 5 days. Now, when we come over to the Central Pacific, I saw this yesterday afternoon, right after the live show that we had, tracking the severe weather going on. I didn't make a video, though. I wanted to see if it looked like anything may come up a little different. They haven't put the latest readings up on these two systems, but as of right now, this is the first one that was right here, and this is the 5-day outlook. And the first one right here is nothing. It's like 0, 0, 0. It's just a weak area of low pressure, and it is located over the far eastern Pacific, less than 100 miles southwest of the Nicaragua-Honduras border. Now, this broad disturbance continues to produce disorganized showers and thunderstorms over portions of Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and the adjacent Pacific waters. Now, the system is expected to move inland over Central America today, and formation of a tropical cyclone is not expected. However, locally heavy rainfall is likely to continue over portions of Central America and southern Mexico during the next several days. And these rains could cause flash flooding and mudslides for you folks in the areas of the mountainous terrain. Once again, it is 0, 0. It's just going to be a lot of bad rain going on for you. Now, this one popped up yesterday. This is disturbance number 2. It's a large area of disorganized showers and thunderstorms also at this point. It's located a few hundred miles southeast of the coast of southern Mexico, and it's associated with a trough of low pressure, just like the other. Now, some gradual development of this system could happen. It is possible during the next several days. It's moving slowly northeastward. The chances are low right now. At this time, we have 10% in 2 days, 20% in 5 days of this turning into something. So we will keep our eyes on it and watch it. I will keep you up to date. And when we come over to the Central Pacific, you can see it down around Hawaii. Nothing is expected in the next 5 days. So that's a good thing. I wanted to read you this email right quick before I get into everything this morning. This is from our friend Carla Denson. Now, Carla lives in Eureka, Kansas, and she goes, "Hi, Jewel. I was out of commission this weekend at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, a retreat. We were in the basement when the tornado hit El Reno, 20 miles away. My husband and my son came to get me. On our way home, we passed water, water, water. So many roads were closed, we finally had to go through and cross. We had no choice." It's like, it's okay, I'm not upset with you, Carla. You know how I am about that, but I'm not upset with you. You're safe and sound. At least we were in a truck. That's a good thing. I was terrified. I prayed all the way. Jesus brought us through. I was so thankful. That was near Arkansas City, Kansas. No car would have made it. No car would have gone through it. But here's a picture. Thank you, Jewel. Please continue your prayers. It is not over for us. Our farmers and farmland is devastated. It's sad down here. Water everywhere and more to come. Love you, friend. Take care. Your dear friend. I'm going to punch the picture up right quick. They were in a big truck. You can see the water beginning to come across the highways here. And I'm sure before it was all over, it met. And that is when it would have. You shouldn't have gone through it with a truck if it had met and was actually running across the road where you could not see the road at all. You had an idea. I'm so glad you're safe, Carla. Thank you for sharing this with me. But folks, you heard Carla. No car would have got through it. They were in a big truck. That's how they got through it. And if you notice a little further down the road, that's a big truck. It's not just a regular pickup truck. So folks, with all this in mind, please stay safe. And now we've got all of this and a whole lot more coming up on. Checking out severe weather today. If you remember yesterday, I told you if we can get through today, it should decrease just a little bit. Maybe we'll get some relief. Well, it's looking like that. We still have today to get through though. Well, still, it doesn't mean you won't have some severe weather in places, but these trains of storms, maybe it's looking like we might get a day or two break. Now, we're looking at the map for today. This is the general map in general, and what you're seeing that could happen today is scattered severe storms. They're expected for portions of the southern plains through the Ozarks, Ohio Valley, and Middle Atlantic states today. As you can see where the enhanced is. This is a slow mover, folks. This system is so very slow. Yesterday, I actually thought that maybe over in New Jersey you guys would get some stuff. I don't think it was too bad for you. But today it's coming. You have this enhanced chance of severe weather in parts of New Jersey, parts of Pennsylvania again, also up here in the D.C. area. You can see everything right in here, folks. And I'm going to tell you all about how it's going to form and about what time it should start to occur. But first, let's move ahead a bit. This is the tornado outlook for today. 10% down in Kansas and in southeastern Oklahoma. We have 10% chances going over into Arkansas also. Then we have this 5% chance in Arkansas, in southern Missouri, all the way across Oklahoma into Texas, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, parts of D.C., a little bit of West Virginia, and a little just clip in northern Virginia. You got a 5% chance of tornadoes brewing up today in these areas, with everything else looking like a 10% chance. So far as the wind, 30% from Texas to Illinois, also 30% up in that little block for New Jersey, Pennsylvania, D.C., Virginia, and West Virginia. You can see the outline. Folks, if you're in any of these areas, don't let your guard down. Please watch your skies and keep up with your weather. So far as hail goes, here we go. 30% from Texas to Missouri, just clipping Illinois, but the rest of it, 15%, 30% up in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, in the same areas. When it comes to severe thunderstorms, earlier, they should start the severe thunderstorms with a 70% chance down in Texas, moving to 40% around that area in Texas up into Oklahoma. Everybody else has a 10% chance. Now, this is earlier. As we go through today, it's popped up one on me here. Here we go. As the day grows on, the heating builds up. You can see the thunderstorm severity. And these are severe thunderstorms that could produce hail or maybe a tornado. These just aren't a splash and dash thunderstorm. I want to stress that to you. You can see how it's growing as it moves closer to the east, and then when we get through here, Excuse me, folks. And then as we progress on through the later afternoon hours into the early evening hours into the nighttime, you can see how this expands all the way over from low western portions of Idaho to Utah to Nebraska at 40%. We have 40% in middle of the Oklahoma State area, parts of Kansas moving into Nebraska, Iowa. I hate this for you guys in Iowa. 70% chance, 40% from portions of Indiana, a large portion of the state of Ohio, all of the state of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and portions of the D.C. areas and Maryland. And we have a 10% chance down in Florida. The 10% chance goes all the way to Louisiana. So there you have it, folks. You see what's going on. Please be aware of what is happening. If things get too bumpy and I'm still on the computer, I will go live later. But we just got to get through today. Now, you saw what today looks like. Well, tomorrow is going to drop from all of these big percentages of double digits to a 5% chance of maybe some severe weather. It could happen. I'm not saying we're not going to have any severe weather tomorrow, but it's going to start to get a little better. And here we're going to have a quick look of the latest run of the GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits for today. Now, the persistent unsettled weather pattern that has been in place across the continental U.S. over the whole past week is now finally beginning to show signs of some changes like I've been talking about going forward to the end of this week. Now, the large-scale trough and upper low currently that was anchored over the Intermountain West will gradually weaken by Friday morning as the shortwave energy lifts out across the plains. Now, the stubborn upper-level ridge that's produced record-high temperatures across the southeast will begin to get suppressed to the south over the northern Gulf of Mexico as the flow pattern gradually becomes a little bit more zonal by Friday. Now, although some changes are in the forecast horizon, there will still be a couple of days of highly active weather stretching from northern Texas, as I've showed you, to the Ohio Valley. There will be multiple rounds of additional heavy rain with amounts on the order, I hate to tell you folks, this could be like 2 to 4 inches of rain just coming down all at one time possible across parts of the northeastern portions of Texas, eastern Oklahoma, and western Arkansas, as I have showed you. Now, the axis of this heavy rainfall will likely be displaced some to the southeast from where the recent heavy downpours have happened over the past week. Now, we got another corridor of enhanced rainfall. This expected from the upper Midwest to the northern mid-Atlantic region along and north of a stationary front. This is where we move up into the Pennsylvania, New Jersey area, up in those areas. In addition to severe weather, it's likely across these same general areas as multiple mesoscale convection complexes develop. What is all of that? Well, most of you know, for those of you who don't, when this front moves across, different little cells can build into very severe weather and possibly severe thunderstorms or tornadoes. Now, so far as the temperatures go, it's going to continue to feel more like April across much of the Intermountain West and the Rockies through today, before you see a gradual moderating trend start to commence by at least Friday. Now, some lingering high elevation snow is likely across the highest terrain of the central and northern Rockies through this afternoon before it tapers off, and across the deep south and extending to the mid-Atlantic region. It will continue to feel like the middle of summer, folks, with widespread 90s and 100-degree readings, or even higher possible, across interior portions of the southeast. So, you know, the record highs are going to be broken for this time of the year. And that's a check of your weather today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any pictures of weather, of sky weather, of flooding, of any kind of weather that you may be going through and you'd like to share them with us, and I've still got more, I just haven't got to them, but please send them. Click show more below this video. Scroll down, you'll find my email address to send them to. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, and oh, a blessed day. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you, and thank you so much for watching.